If you're new to trading and not sure how to do a setup, I'm now going to do a live setup from a PulseFlow alert. Let's get into it. I always start by going around PulseFlow just to see what the market is doing. It's pointless taking a trade blindly without understanding the larger market context. The big player obviously is BTC, but we'll have a look at what the market's doing. It seems that the market health, which is gauged from like 1 to 100, where 1 is like dead terrible and 100 is extremely bullish and everybody's happy, we're very bearish. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm not going to bang on, but I predicted every one of these falls, not because I'm a genius, but because I put on these order blocks. When we fell through here, I said it needs to hold here, and if it doesn't, it'll go down to here, and if it falls through here, it'll go down to here, and it did. And then I put another one on recently, because if it falls through here, it's going to go down to here. You can see how it just pinged into that order block. These are so powerful. Order blocks are one of the things I use a lot in PulseFlow. If you don't understand order blocks, go check out my YouTube channel because I do have order block specific videos. Now, the other thing is it's Monday. So quickly looking at the BTC intelligence, trend down, long-term trend down, short-term trend positive because we've had that bounce, but still in a downtrend from a PulseFlow point of view. And it's showing bearish and hidden bearish divergence. Brand new feature I added over the weekend. I don't trade on weekends. I tend to do a lot of coding. This is now in all of our alerts. It's fantastic. Let's quickly look at how the strategies did last week. Top performing still institutional liquidity or liquidity sweeps. Order blocks, stack break doing very, very well. Even the weakest has an 80% win rate over the last 30 days in a very bearish market. You can see there's a lot more bearish signals here. All of them doing all right. I'm not really concerned about any of them right now. Right, so now let's go find a signal to trade. And as always, I go to Super Confluence. We were told we were in a very, very bearish market. I'm going to choose bearish. What's this one? BERA came into order blocks and VWAP 3 hours and 2 hours ago. Oh, it has some interesting divergences as well. Let's go to the VWAP. Okay, let's go to the chart and take a look at BERA. Here we go. First of all, this new feature I've added, bearish divergence on the 15 minutes. Bearish divergence. This completely matches this indicator. If you want to find it, it's this one. RSI divergence indicator by TradingView. The code I've written absolutely matches what they put on the chart. It's fantastic for me, and it also proves their code's working also, right? So bearish divergence on the 15 minute, hidden bearish divergence on the 1 hour. And there we go with that. Hidden bearish divergence. So bearish divergence says there's gonna be a turnaround, right? Which is what happened. You can see that the bearish divergence happened here. Lower highs on RSI, higher highs on price action. Then it fell back. And we created this fair value gap with the break of structure that you can see in our alert. It's now retracing back into that. And in fact, I would normally look at going in around this point. So I'm just going to try and get on with it. Let me do a quick setup. So all I've done, because we're actually, if you go to a higher time frame here, you can see like the bulk of the alts, this is going into no man's land now. It's reaching new lows that it's never got to before. That can prove a bit troublesome for setting profit targets, right? Normally I would find points of control to find profit targets either going long or short, but when you're in no man's land, either going high for all-time highs or all-time lows, you have to just go with a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 1, 2 to 1, depending on what you want to achieve. But coming back to here, we can see that the point of control from yesterday is beneath us. That's a good thing because that tends to be like a price magnet. You can see why it was the point of control from yesterday, right? But let's look at this now. I'm going to put on a very temporary. The point of control from yesterday might be a profit target. 12%. I'll take that if it comes back up to here. Is it still going its own way? Yes, it is. This means it's not following the Bitcoin price action. So if Bitcoin were to shoot up, we're going for a short. It may not as follow unless it shoots up really hard, then altcoins will follow. But going its own way is a deal breaker for me. If it isn't, I don't go in. The stop loss 14.58, 13.42. Yeah, so you can see this is the PulseFlow stop loss. It's recommending up here right now. But in any event, you'd go above that swing high, wouldn't you? Let's go for the almighty order blocks and see what they're telling us. Oh, there you go. So PulseFlow called that stop loss perfectly, because what you really want is to make sure you're out of the way of any liquidity sweeps coming back up into here. But now also we've got order blocks. We've got some new profit targets. Where are they coming from? There. Do we not have points of control from there? Looks like I missed one. Oh yeah, but not much lower down, but that's good though. So actually now, maybe your first profit target is the point of control from yesterday, and your second profit target can be that one, and then your third can be punching into this order block here at 16%, and then your last one can be 21%, let's say 20%, right? So that's your trade setup. Now, let me tell you this, if you've not watched my videos before, this is how it works for me. I'm going to turn off order blocks to clean it up a little bit. What I expect, because although I've looked at this a little late, it came in a couple of hours ago, but the reason I looked at it right now is, as I said, it came in to 2 of our strategies. It's a super confluence, and it has these RSIs telling me, and it's saying that the bears are in control, saying tends to drop first, then bounce. Ain't it just done that? I love the intelligence within PulseFlow. It really saves me so much time. And actually just adds confluences, right? Okay, I think I'm happy with my setup here. So, initial setup. If it comes back up and goes into this buy zone and keeps going up, I will potentially move my entry up here for a lower risk reward. If it goes straight back down now and doesn't come into my entry, anybody who watches my videos knows I move on, find something else to trade, leave it, there you go. As I said to you, we may be already a little late. It's peaked above already before I started this video, but I never chase. And sometimes that means I can lose out, but 100% of the time I don't care. Okay, so please watch one of my other videos down here, and please subscribe, like and share, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video where we find out what happened. Have a great day.